Hi there, it's Ryan Anderson speaking. This is a video in a series explaining a lab we're running for Think2018. The focus is on call center instrumentation and analytics, and there's 5 steps, 5 notebooks that are within the series. This is the 4th notebook that we're going to be running through. There's links to the prior ones that are in there in the comments below. Our focus is on tone analyzer. Initially, for step 1, we took an audio file and we transcribed it. The second one is we ran the transcript of that against NLU, natural language understanding, and extracted some signal. And the third one, we showed how to do the same thing against a custom trained NL classifier. So this one, we're going to take the general tone analyzer endpoint and do the same for that. Again, send the transcript to the tone analyzer Watson API. So this is what it looks like on the GitHub repo. We're going to copy this Python notebook URL. And we're going to head over here to our work area on Data Platform Watson Studio. And you can see steps 1, 2, and 3 notebooks exist already. We're going to add a new notebook here. And that new notebook, we're going to load from a URL. And that URL is going to be here. And we are going to give it a name here and here. We're going to name it 1305, which is the name of our test student that we're working with right now. And we're going to create that notebook. As with prior labs, a key part here is to create a connection between the notebook, which has no credentials in it, to our cloud object storage. So we're going to need to go and grab those COS credentials and wire it in before we can actually run the tone analyzer to take those utterances and see how we're doing. So we're going to go in here, we're going to trust the notebook, and let's pop through the first few steps here. And we get down to the credentialing here. So we're going to need credentials for our tone API, and we're going to need credentials for our bucket name for our cloud object storage. So let's copy this here, put them down here, and let's head over to our, we're going in through the console here. There's a couple of ways you can get the credentials. One is through the services here, but this will switch you off the page. So I found it's a lot faster to be able to switch between the 2 tabs. This is going through your console on ibm.com/cloud, or your Bluemix console will get you in here. And we are going to start off. Let's go get our cloud object storage credentials and bucket name. We click on this, and here's our bucket. This bucket contains the transcripts we got in the prior steps. You can see them all down in here in JSON files. So we got our address change with some positivity in it. So let's copy that bucket ID, and we will pop it down into here. And we'll go back, and let's click on credentials on the side, service credentials. And let's go to our editor, which gives us read-write credentials. And we'll copy those to our clipboard. Here, copied. And back in. And let's replace these blanks with not blanks. And then lastly, we need a tone analyzer. We need the URL, username, and password. Those don't exist yet. So we're going to go over here to catalog. And we are going to launch our Watson. So you can click on Watson over here, or you can type in just tone and filter those. And here we are, tone analyzer, light version. That's exactly what we want. The light versions are the free services. And here we are. I'm going to change the service name to 1305, and we're going to pick the light version. You can also pick a standard or premium, and with that, we're going to create the service. This is in the dev space, same organization name as everything else. I'm not changing anything from there. And now we're invoking a tone analyzer API that will be available for us. And here we are. You can see on the side, once again, the service credentials are available here. So I'm just going to go straight to service credentials. It was created without any credentials on it. So let's go new credentials, and let's give it a name, credentials test, and let's add those credentials now. And here we are. We've got credentials, and let's copy those. We've got our URL, our username, and our password. Head back over and paste those in. And we should be able to run this now. Like the prior versions, this sets up the object storage client. And let's get ready to run some tone. So here's some code that was derived from the Watson Developer Cloud SDK for Python. And you can see the version is in here. And here's our file list, which we ran from before. We've got some positive sounding address change requesting action going on here. So let's tee that up and let's send that to the Tone Analyzer service and see how we do. Here we are. So we've got fairly low amplitude anger at 18%. And there's our results from our tone from each of these checks of the utterance. So let's go find some happiness in here. Yeah, so yes, thank you very much. There's some positive language down here, and you can see the amplitude of our joy happiness scores, while not off the charts, is higher than in some of the other places. So again, a chunk by chunk analysis of the tone analyzer. So that's it. That's how we launch step number 4 for the tone analyzer in this series around call center instrumentation analytics. Thanks for watching. I'll post some of the links below.